Back in 2019, almost everybody thought Huawei was finished. Seriously, people thought the company was done. The US government hit Huawei with sanctions so hard that overnight, the company lost access to Google, Android updates, TSMC chips, Microsoft software, basically everything that made a modern smartphone work. And at the time, that was supposed to be game over. Because think about it. Every phone on Earth depended on at least one American technology layer. Android, American. iOS, American. Google services, American. App stores, American. Cloud systems, American. Chip tools, mostly American-controlled. So when Huawei got cut off, the entire tech world basically said, phone is way bigger than another flagship because almost every part inside this phone comes from China. The chip, designed by Huawei's HiSilicon team, manufactured by SMIC in Shanghai. The operating system, HarmonyOS NEXT. Not Android anymore, not even based on Android. Huawei literally removed the Android compatibility layer completely. No Linux kernel, no Google code, nothing. That alone is one of the first major smartphones in modern history running a fully independent mobile operating system outside Apple and Google. That alone is insane. And here's where things get even crazier. Back in 2019, experts said China couldn't make advanced chips without ASML's EUV machines. People believed China would be stuck on old 14-nanometer chips for years. Then Huawei shocked everyone in 2023 with the Mate 60 Pro. Inside was the Kirin 9000S, a 7-nanometer chip made by SMIC using older machines people thought were not good enough. Basically, Huawei and SMIC found a workaround. It wasn't supposed to be possible. Fast forward to late 2025, now we have the Mate 80 Pro Max with the new Kirin 9030 Pro. 9 cores, huge performance jump, and according to reports, SMIC's process is now getting close to 5-nanometer class density. Again, without using the advanced EUV machines everyone said they needed. That's why this story matters. This isn't just Huawei made a new phone. No, this is China proving it can build a modern smartphone ecosystem almost completely alone. And once you understand that, you understand why Apple should probably be nervous. Because for the first time in years, Huawei actually passed Apple in smartphone sales inside China. Huawei shipped around 46.7 million phones. Apple shipped around 46.2 million. Now, yes, the difference is small, but the trend is the important part. Huawei is going up, Apple is slowing down. And remember, China is Apple's most important market outside the US, so this changes a lot. But honestly, the biggest part of this story might not even be the hardware, it's the software. HarmonyOS NEXT is the real weapon here, because making hardware is hard, but rebuilding an entire app ecosystem, that's almost impossible. Microsoft failed, BlackBerry failed, Samsung tried, Nokia tried, everybody failed. Why? Because apps are everything. You can have amazing hardware, but if users can't open their favorite apps, nobody cares. Huawei somehow pulled it off inside China. They rebuilt native apps for WeChat, Alipay, Douyin, banking apps, government apps, basically everything Chinese users need daily. And the number of HarmonyOS apps exploded insanely fast. 10,000 apps, then 20,000, then hundreds of thousands. That speed is what shocked the industry. And now HarmonyOS is becoming huge in China. That's why this matters beyond smartphones. Because the old US strategy was simple. Control one important technology layer and you control the whole ecosystem. Need Android? Controlled. Need advanced chips? Controlled. Need manufacturing tools? Controlled. Need app stores? Controlled. That leverage was powerful. It nearly destroyed Huawei in 2019, but Huawei spent 5 years removing every dependency one by one. And now, the old sanction strategy doesn't work the same way anymore, because there's less left to cut off. That's the scary part for Washington, and honestly, maybe even for Silicon Valley. Because if China can build a full smartphone stack, what stops them from doing the same thing for AI chips, cloud services, electric vehicles, industrial software, servers? That's the bigger picture here. The Mate 80 Pro Max is basically proof that a second independent tech ecosystem now exists. Not theoretical, not future plans, actually shipping, actually selling at massive scale. And again, this does not mean the Mate 80 is a better phone than the iPhone. That's not really the point. The point is Huawei survived something most companies would never survive. Not only survived, they rebuilt themselves into something far more independent than before. And that changes the global tech industry forever. Because 5 years ago, people thought Huawei was dead. Now, they're back at the top of China's smartphone market. That's the real story here.